Hello Gemini, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 15th through to the 21st of February 2022, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond those dates. It is a general reading, Gemini, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't behind. It'll be for somebody else. But let's see, shall we? We'll start off with the Oracle of Visions. And see what the energies would like you to be aware of at this time. Alright, so what's important for Gemini to consider at this time, please? Alright, so we have, first of all, we have number 51. And this talks about messages, deadlines, anticipation, waiting for that message to come through. Perhaps, the clock's ticking, perhaps. So let's see. And number 28. And yes, and this is talking about making contact, reaching out, spiritual bonds, perhaps. It's connecting with the spirit, connecting in some way. All right, so let's see where that's going. So we'll get into the Gilded Tarot by Shiri Marisetti. So what's the important message for Gemini to hear at this time, to consider? What's the important message for Gemini to consider at this time? So first of all, okay, we have the heart of your reading there, the root of the matter. Past influences, what's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Swords, very much your energy, Gemini. Now the King of Swords is very much at the top of his suit. He's on his throne up in the air because, this is all about the mind. And this is thinking things through logically, applying your mind to a situation, giving it some, being strategic perhaps, being pragmatic with the situation. So let's see, we'll just put him to one side. It's not gender specific, by the way. So could we clarify all the cards on the table, please? Clarify all of the cards on the table, please. For Gemini. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have Justice. So this, I feel this is signifying a need for justice, a need for the scales to become balanced now to do with the situation that's perhaps been unfair in the past and it needs to be put right. Could be an actual legal situation, the conclusions that are going to come out in your favour, but a sense of justice here. But it could be a karmic justice also. Alright, so let's see, I'll just put that to one side. Alright Gemini, so at the heart of your reading we have the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles, this is very much about looking after what you have, keeping things close to your chest. Perhaps not revealing something, or needing to protect something. And the clarifier, the Two of Swords. This is about a decision that's difficult to make, and it's so difficult you don't want to look at it. So you've got the blindfold on here, although you could take the blindfold off, but then you would have to see it and make a decision. But it's creating some mental torment for you. So I feel whatever this decision, you're keeping it close to your chest at the moment. You're holding on to it. Or for others of you, it could be that you're needing to protect what you have. And that's why the decision is a difficult one. At the root of this, we've got the Death and the Hanged Man, two major arcanas, two significant energies. And this is already in place because this is at the root of the situation. So the Death, this is an ending. This is an ending and transformation energy. So something having to come to an end, ready for it to transform and go in a new direction. And it's been something that's stuck and hanging in the balance. Although I feel you've been trying to get things moving again. But whatever it is that has come to an end, it's been hanging in the balance here. I feel waiting for some form of inspiration from yourself, Gemini. So the past influences, we have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, this is very much about having to leave and move on from something that has held great meaning for you in the past. But not so much now. So it's a need to move on and look for your ninth cup. And the ninth cup is wish fulfillment, you know, what it is you're desiring and wanting and hoping for. So this has happened in the past for some of you. And it's connected to a Six of Cups. It's connected to somebody that's been in your life for a long time. And it could be a family member. It could be a close work colleague. It could be a close friend. But it's somebody that you've been connected to for a long time. And having to leave and move on. All right, so this is a past, this is in the past, this has happened in the past. And we can see that where the death energy fits in here then, can't we? Something ending. Let's have a look. What's on your mind? What are you thinking about, Gemini? We've got the Empress and the Sun. So you're thinking about fertility, expansion, growth, abundance, putting down new seeds into the ground for them to grow and nurture. It's a beautiful, expansive energy. The Empress embodies the positive qualities of all the queens in the minor arcana. It's a beautiful energy to have in any reading. So very much about, yes, fertility, growth, expansion. And of course the Sun is the most optimistic card in the tarot. Again, two major arcanas here. And the Sun brings growth, warmth, expansion, opportunity, joy and happiness. And this is what you're thinking about. You're thinking about the Empress, you know, growth and expansion. Laying down the seeds, ready for nurturing. And then the Sun, you know, warming the ground, bringing in optimism, joy. So beautiful energy there. And this is what's on your mind at the moment, Gemini. So if you look at the four cards across the top, we can see you here as the King of Swords, you know, thinking, being strategic, thinking something through logically, not allowing your emotions to cloud your judgment here. And it's to do with, you know, expansion, growth, opportunity, new beginnings that are being highlighted by the Sun. but also the sun bringing in its extra energy, extra dollop of abundance and growth, and joy and happiness here. And the scales needing to be put right. You know, there's been an injustice in the past. Something's not been right. So all of these energies are going to bring in a karmic justice, I feel. For others of you, it could be an actual legal situation. The King of Swords can represent somebody in the police, for example, or in the courts, you know, that have to give, not allow emotions to cloud their judgment, you know, give clarity of thought. So for some of you, it could be referring to those energies. Going forward, we have the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So a lot of your energy on the table here with the Swords energies. But so going forward, yes, again, so we had the Two of Swords right at the heart of your reading, connected to the Four of Pentacles. Well, here it is again. So that difficult decision that you find, you know, is difficult to look at, is going to carry on into the near future. And it's to do with sending a message. I feel this is about you sending a message to somebody about making a decision. So this decision is about telling somebody something, I feel, Gemini. So what would your guides like to say? Well, we've got the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. What your guides want to say to you, Gemini, is there's, the pages are the young messengers in the minor arcana. And they bring new ideas, new thoughts, new opportunities. But in its early stages, if you like. So the Page of Pentacles, this is probably a financial opportunity, a work, career opportunity that's promising some form of abundance and expansion that's being put on the table here, clarified by the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, yes, it's a new beginning, a new opportunity that's going to help your heart to sing. We've got the singing bowl here with the heart in the middle, so it's going to something that's going to make your heart sing, you know. But at the same time, you've still got to protect your heart in this situation. There's a need for you to protect your heart. And it's probably to do with having to make this difficult decision. Because moving on from somebody that's been connected to you for a long time is not an easy thing to do, no matter what the circumstances. And you see, there's something you're keeping to yourself, you're not revealing at the moment, that's causing you mental torment. And I'm gauging that is to do with making this difficult decision and sending a message to somebody, passing information on. And it's to do with a new work or financial opportunity, I feel. So, yes. So here we have, you know, this is you, the messages waiting. There's a deadline. The clock's ticking. There's a deadline, I feel. The clock's ticking so far as making this decision is concerned. Right, perhaps waiting for messages, or as we've seen on the table, vice versa. So take whichever way it resonates for you. But it's very much about making contact, reaching out, making contact, making connections. It could be spiritual contact for some of you. All right, this reading won't be for everybody, but whoever it's for, I hope you can recognise your story here. and that the reading is giving you some form of clarity. So could we have 2 final messages for Gemini, please, to conclude this reading? 2 final messages for Gemini, please, to complete this reading. All right, Gemini. Okay. We have joy and delight, so open your heart to joy. But we've also got distant thunder, clear the air. Okay. So there's something that's promising great joy, great delight. And of course, we've already had the sun, and you can see the sun shining here. And, you know, the fairy heading towards the sunshine here. And this is saying, open your heart now to joy. What is it that's going to bring you joy, happiness, growth and expansion? All right, Gemini. But first of all, I feel there's some form of, got distant thunder here. There's probably going to be a few cross swords here, but there's a need to clear the air. You know, and sometimes we have to do that, don't we? We have to face, you know, the difficult decision, difficult choices. And when we have to send that message across, somebody else might not welcome the decision that you make. And then there may be a few words spoken, but it's needed to clear the air. The air needs to be cleared. And sometimes we have to have a thunderstorm to do that, Gemini. Okay. Remember, this reading isn't for everybody, but it will be for somebody or for a few of you. But whoever it's for, I hope the reading has had meaning for you and has given you a bit of clarity on your situation. But good luck going forward, and until next time, bye-bye for now.